welcome back to my channel, and today, if you could not tell by the title, we are going to be doing another anti-haul. I am trying to do these at least once a month because there are new products dropping left and right. Can't swing a dead cat without hitting one, and especially with the holidays coming up, they are coming out with even more stuff. It is just insane how much stuff is being released lately. This time around, I'm going to try super hard to have pictures of the items. We will definitely see. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to insert them, if they're going to be cutting out from this or if I'm going to be able to have them up here. Who knows? I'm going to try and we'll see how that happens. As you guys know, the anti-haul was created by the fabulous and amazing Kimberly Clark. I will leave her channel down below. Besides from anti-hauls, she just has a really great channel that talks about a lot of important issues. So I would definitely recommend checking her out. She is hysterical, very poignant, and has a lot to say and has some really good points. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe and tap that notification bell to be notified of more videos. And let's just get into this anti-haul. Now, the first product / products that I am not going to be buying are the Too Faced Holiday palettes / kits. Now, I'm talking about their best year ever palettes, you get a couple minis kits. They've got a Unicorn Tears one. I'm kind of interested in the highlighter because that's limited edition, but I'm not going to do it because I don't do minis. Too Faced is one of those brands that are notorious for creating, very hyped up holiday limited edition items that end up being very crappy. I have purchased some of them in the past and have never been very impressed with the quality or the wearability or honestly any of that. I feel like the holidays are a chance to just push out and shill to us everything possible that they can, but they are also able to do lower quality because it's a limited edition item. It's a one-time thing. After it's gone, they don't have to worry about selling anymore, so they're not going to put the same effort into these products as they are their permanent items. And plus the shades in a lot of these, palettes, they're, a journal thing, they're bulky, it's a planner, the shades don't appeal to me. It's just not something that I see myself buying and getting a lot of use from, so that's going to be a no for me. The next item that I will not be getting is the Marc Jacobs $99 limited edition holiday palette. Now, I did succumb to the whatever, I believe 2 or 3 years ago, and I bought his freaking huge giant $99 palette. I never use it. It sits in my drawer and I keep it because it's beautiful and because it's Marc Jacobs. But the thing is, even though this one is the same price, $99, which is disgracefully expensive, the colors in this one appeal to me 100% less than the ones in the one that I bought. So if I bought one that has colors that do speak to me and I don't use it, what's the point in buying one that has colors that don't speak to me? It is a 100% waste of money. I think that a lot of Marc Jacobs products are overpriced. I haven't had a huge amount of luck with his line. Some of his eyeshadows I do really love. His foundations didn't work on me. His bronzers didn't work on me. A lot of things just didn't work. And for paying that high of a price, I think I want a little more bang for my buck than this super expensive, boring holiday palette. Then going from super expensive to a lot less expensive is the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette. Now, I really wanted the one before this. I can't remember the name. I will leave it down below. It was those reds and oranges and yellows. A lot of people were comparing it to the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I wanted that one so bad. It kept selling out Couldn't get your hands on it, so I just let it go under. This next palette is everything that I do not want. It is a Cool Tone Paradise. Now, some cool tones I really love. You guys would have seen that I got the Lorac Unzipped Sunset Mountain, which is a very cool tone palette, but I enjoy it. Those colors I reach for a bit more. This one takes the cool tones and sucks any life out of it that it had to begin with. It looks boring. It looks bland. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on a palette simply because it doesn't appeal to me, but I'm here to be honest with you guys. It looks 100% boring to me. But as always, let me know down in the comments below if you're getting any of these, if you have any of these, if you're anti-hauling them, etc., etc. We are allowed to have different opinions, guys. It's a makeup. It is not that deep. But I will definitely be passing on the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette. Even though it is a great price for what you get, the colors just bleh. Let's talk about a foundation I will not be getting. Urban Decay is releasing a cushion foundation. I feel that they are a little late to the game. Lancome, L'Oreal, Maybelline, everyone got a cushion foundation. Then Urban Decay was like, let's proc on this. Now, I love a lot of Urban Decay products. You guys know this. Their Naked Concealer is one of my holy grails. Every time a Vice palette comes out, I snatch it up. But I don't do cushion foundations, number one. I have tried all the other ones, not the Lancome one because that's expensive, but the Maybelline and the L'Oreal ones I have tried. They didn't work for me. They just did not produce the amount of coverage that I needed for my look. And secondly, I have tried 3 different Urban Decay foundations, and they always end up looking either immensely cakey on me, and they also oxidize to this orangey, Oompa Loompa-y color on me, even when I go like all the way to the lightest, and say we get the cool version of the lightest. It still warms up, oranges on my skin. I don't know what it is about their formulas, but they always oxidize. And 9 times out of 10, they do not look good on my skin. I understand that Urban Decay goes for a very full coverage, beat face, but combining that with my really dry skin, it creates a lot of crumbliness and nastiness. I'm just not in for trying another Urban Decay foundation. Maybe if someone with dry skin says, yes, it is fantastic, I'm just going to be passing on it. Next, we have one that kind of hurts it, but kind of does it because I, inside, really want it. But inside, I know I can't afford it. And that is the Natasha Denona Lila, whatever, purple expensive palette for $129. I really wanted the Sunset palette. Kind of the same way I wanted the ColourPop Yes Please. I just remembered the name of it, that palette, because of all the rich orange and red and yellow tones. I wanted it. Those colors speak to me. But $129 is like my makeup budget. And why get one palette when I can put that $129 into a whole bunch of different things? I have never been able to pull the trigger on one of these super crazy expensive palettes, except for that Marc Jacobs mistake. The colors do look beautiful. I love purple. I like the sunset scheme more. I appreciate the fact that she made that palette permanent because it was so popular, and this palette is permanent as well. I do appreciate that. I think that is very conscious of them to realize what is going to be the best for their brand. But $129, it looks very similar to the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, which I am also passing on. If you haven't seen my last anti-haul, I'm gonna leave all that crap linked down below for you guys. It's just not something that I see myself putting my money into. The Sunset palette, a lot more than this one, but for right now, honestly, both of those are a from me. Let's talk about some more disgracefully priced things. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette Volume 3 for $80. Now, they have always been $80, which has always been way too expensive. Also, I got into Hourglass not knowing what I liked out of makeup. If you can see this highlight on my nose, that is not what Hourglass gives you. They give you light, subtle finishing powders. I mean, for people who want that light, very delicate makeup, yes. Or someone who is older and has much more mature and textured skin, then this might be something for you. I have the little 3 ambient lighting powders. Yes, they do make very good finishing powders. That was really expensive. I think it was in the $50, $60 range. I kind of regret doing that because I don't use them very often. I do have the ambient strobe powders, but overall, this palette is not something that I see myself really getting a lot of use out of. It does look kind of pretty. I mean, Hourglass does create very beautiful products. I do like their ambient light blushes. Those are beautiful. But for someone who is looking for more kapow, ka-choo-cha makeup, then this really isn't something that I feel the need or the pull to invest in. And plus, if I ever feel the need and I miss out this year, they'll come out with a number 4 next year. Next is another one from Too Faced. This is the entire Too Faced and Kandee Johnson collection. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Kandee. I remember when I was first starting to dress alternatively, I wanted to do different colored eyebrows, and so I looked up how to bleach your eyebrows, and her video was the one that came up that I watched. And so I have a very sentimental part for Kandee in my heart, but looking at this collection, you wouldn't know it was her. If they slapped anyone else's name on it, yeah, sure, you could see that. I was expecting, especially with, Kandee, bright and beautiful and pretty. And you look at the palette, the eyeshadow palette especially, I was kind of interested in the banana powder, not so much the highlighter. I mean, basically the banana powder I was interested in, possibly the eyeshadow palette. But if you look at the eyeshadow palette, it is these boring neutrals that they do with every stinking collab. And this collab doesn't even have the benefit of getting a crazy stupid pop of blue, purple, or green in it like Too Faced usually does. It is just bland, uninteresting, and does not represent, I feel, the spirit of what Kandee Johnson represents as her brand and her personality. It's just kind of bleh. So not because I don't want to support Kandee, but because I look at these colors, I would only get it to support her. It would just sit there. It would just be a really beautiful collector's piece, which honestly, I don't have money to be shilling out for collector's pieces. I'm going to be getting that Kat Von D Satan Center crap, but it's not going to get the use that it needs. The colors do not excite me. I have neutrals. I just bought an unnecessary neutral palette. So this palette and the whole collection is going to be a pass for me. Then last but not least, we have from Lime Crime their little Polly Pocket eyeshadow palettes. Aesthetically, these are adorable. They're just these cute little neon. I mean, looking at these looks like something that should have been in the Kandee Johnson Too Faced collaboration. I mean, we know Too Faced can do cutesy. They do it all the stinking time. These little suckers retail for $34 a piece or $102 for the bundle. They include 5 shades in each. And I'm not going to buy them. I have the Lime Crime Venus palette. I have their Fantasy palette. I am set on Lime Crime shadows. I wish Lime Crime would do something stand out and permanent-esque, because these are just they're little quads. They're little quintuple, whatever. They got 5 shades in them. I'm not going to use a little quad shadow. I barely use my Naked Basics. I don't use that for my eyes. I use it for my eyebrows. but I'm just not going to use these. Contrary to what other people like, when they see like a Morphe palette or a Vice palette, they're like, oh my goodness, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm like, yeah, ooh, yeah. I see all those colors and I am excited and inspired, and I love options. I hate it when a palette has 4 to 5 colors. I feel like there's not enough. I need to pull out another palette. Who's got time for that? And just... I'm not dealing. And for $34, I want more than 5 shades. I want something that can stand on its own, can do what it needs to, not need another palette. I don't need no Polly Pocket in my pocket thing. I need a palette that's going to get me to 0 to 100 sleigh real quick. So for those reasons, I am not going to be buying the little Polly Pocket from Lime Crime. Well, there we have it, folks. That was my 4th, 5th, I don't know, something anti-haul. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you are going to be anti-hauling. If you want these products, if you have them, whatever. It's just makeup. We're all allowed to have our own opinions. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. And as always, keep it real. Mwah!